Consider this. Robert Downey Jr. once lived in a vehicle while struggling with substance abuse, and yet he bounced back to become one of Hollywood's highest paid actors. Fascinating, isn't it? This is the story of a man who's worn many hats, both on and off the silver screen. He's been a troubled child, a struggling artist, a convict, and a comeback kid. Today, he stands tall as an icon of resilience, a beacon of hope, and the testament to the power of second chance. But beyond the glitz and glamour of his A-list status, who is Robert Downey Jr., really? In the late 80s and early 90s, Downey was a promising young actor who was unfortunately spiraling down a destructive path. His personal struggles with substance abuse and legal issues threatened to overshadow his innate talent and potential. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Downey made a remarkable comeback. His portrayal of Tony Stark, the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, did more than just revive his career, it catapulted him into a whole new stratosphere of fame. This role, which he played with such finesse and charm, resonated with viewers worldwide. Downey Stark was not just a superhero, he was a flawed, relatable character who grappled with his demons, much like Downey himself. But there's more to Downey than his public persona and his Iron Man alter ego. To truly understand him, we need to delve deeper, beneath the surface, behind the armor. This is where the Myers-Briggs type indicator, or the MBTI, comes in. This psychological framework, which categorizes individuals into 16 distinct personality types, provides a lens through which we can explore Downey's personality. Today, we're going to use this framework to unlock the enigma that is Robert Downey Jr. Is he the same charismatic extrovert off-screen as he is on-screen? What drives him, motivates him, and fuels his creativity? What makes him tick? Now, let's dive into the psyche of this intriguing personality, INFJ, a rare personality type comprising just 1% of the population, and our very own Robert Downey Jr. is a part of this exclusive club. Now, let's break down this acronym, shall we? INFJ stands for Introverted, Intuitive, Feeling, and Judging. Each letter represents a unique aspect of this complex personality type, and we'll dive into how each of these traits aligns with Downey's persona and roles. Starting with I for Introverted. Surprising, isn't it? Given Downey's larger-than-life on-screen presence, one might assume he's an extrovert, but in reality, he values his alone time to recharge and introspect. It is this introspective nature that likely fuels his profound performances, from the charismatic Tony Stark to the enigmatic Sherlock Holmes. Next up, and for intuitive. Downey doesn't just play his characters, he becomes them, tapping into their psyche, their motivations, their fears. It's a deep, intuitive understanding that enables him to bring such depth and authenticity to his roles. Let's move on to F for feeling. Downey wears his heart on his sleeve. He's open about his struggles and triumphs, adding a layer of vulnerability and authenticity to his public persona. This emotional transparency is also evident in his performances, allowing us to connect with his characters on a deeper level. And finally, J for judging. No, this doesn't mean he's judgmental. Instead, it refers to his preference for structure and order. He's a perfectionist, always striving for the best in his work. This trait is evident in his meticulous preparation for his roles, from mastering the nuances of a British accent for Sherlock Holmes to undergoing rigorous physical training for Iron Man. So there you have it, the 4 pillars of the INFJ personality: introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And when you look at Robert Downey Jr. through this lens, it all starts to make sense. His charisma, his depth, his vulnerability, his perfectionism, it's all a reflection of his INFJ personality. The complexity of the INFJ personality mirrors the complexity of Downey's life and roles. And as we continue to delve deeper into this fascinating personality type, we'll uncover even more connections between Downey's real and real life. Downey's on-screen charisma belies his introverted nature. Yes, you heard it right, Downey is an introvert. It may seem paradoxical to associate the term introvert with Robert Downey Jr., a man whose larger-than-life personality has graced the silver screen for decades. But beneath the infectious charm and quick wit, Downey embodies the traits of an introvert, valuing his private time and using it as a means to recharge. This might come as a surprise. After all, Downey's portrayal of the flamboyant Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is anything but introverted. But here's the secret sauce. Downey, like many introverts, possesses the ability to turn on his extroverted side when needed. He can command a room, captivate an audience, and then retreat into his personal space to recharge his batteries. Introverts often feel drained after prolonged social interaction, needing solitude to regain their energy. Downey himself has spoken about his need for alone time, a trait that's common amongst introverts. Despite his extroverted on-screen persona, he values solitude and uses it to refuel his creative energies. Drawing parallels between Downey's personality and his portrayal of Tony Stark offers a fascinating insight. Stark, a genius inventor and billionaire playboy, is often seen enjoying his own company, working on his inventions in solitude. This aspect of Stark's personality mirrors Downey's own introverted tendencies. It's a subtle nuance, but it adds a layer of authenticity to his portrayal of the iconic character. It's Downey's introverted nature that adds depth to his extroverted roles. He brings a human touch to his characters, making them relatable despite their larger-than-life personas. It's a testament to his acting prowess that he can so seamlessly blend his introverted personality with the extroverted characters he plays. This is the beauty of the introverted extrovert. They possess the ability to navigate both worlds, to be the life of the party when required, and then retreat into their cocoon, drawing strength from their solitude. Downey's introverted nature adds depth to his extroverted roles, making them more relatable and human. Downey's intuitive side is perhaps his greatest asset as an actor. Now, what does intuition mean in the context of acting? It's the ability to understand and portray characters in a manner that resonates with the audience, without necessarily having to rely on explicit directions or guidelines. A truly intuitive actor like Downey can read between the lines of a script and bring to life a character that feels authentic and relatable. Take a moment to think about some of Downey's most memorable roles, whether it's the charismatic Tony Stark, the eccentric Sherlock Holmes, or the troubled Charlie Chaplin. Each of these characters is complex, multifaceted, and distinctly human. They are not just characters on a page, but real people with their own quirks, flaws, and passions. Now, how does Downey manage to bring such depth to his roles? The answer lies in his intuitive understanding of human nature. He has a knack for getting under the skin of his characters, grasping their motivations, their fears, their desires. He doesn't just act. He becomes the character, thinking their thoughts, feeling their emotions, living their experiences. And this is what sets Downey apart. His performances are not just believable, they are deeply felt and profoundly human. But Downey's intuition doesn't just help him understand his characters. It also helps him connect with his audience. He knows how to tap into our emotions, to make us laugh, cry, and everything in between. He knows how to make us care about his characters, to make us see ourselves in them. And this is the true power of an intuitive actor. To create a bond with the audience, to make us feel seen and understood. So the next time you watch a Downey performance, pay attention to the nuances, the subtle expressions, the unspoken emotions. Notice how he brings his characters to life, how he connects with you, the viewer. And remember, Downey's intuitive nature is the secret ingredient to his magnetic on-screen presence. Downey's feeling and judging traits make him a compassionate and principled individual. This multifaceted star is not only known for his remarkable acting prowess, but also for his empathetic nature and strong moral compass. There's a distinctive warmth to Downey, a kind of sensitivity that resonates deeply with those around him. He has this uncanny ability to empathize with people, to feel what they're feeling, and to understand their experiences. This empathy isn't just limited to his close ones, it extends beyond his immediate circle, touching the lives of those he barely knows. Downey's actions often echo his empathetic nature. He's been involved in a number of philanthropic endeavors, using his influence to make a difference whenever and wherever possible. From supporting charities that serve children in need to advocating for environmental causes, Downey's philanthropic efforts are as diverse as they are impactful. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk, and that's what sets him apart. But what fuels this empathy? What drives him to take a stand? Well, it's his strong moral compass. Downey is a principled individual who believes in doing what's right, even when it's not easy. He's not one to shy away from difficult conversations or controversial topics. Instead, he uses his platform to shed light on these issues, to spark conversations, and to inspire change. His desire for justice is palpable, and it's this desire that fuels his actions. In the end, it's these feeling and judging traits that make Downey who he is. They shape his interactions, influence his decisions, and guide his actions. They make him the compassionate and principled individual that he is today. Robert Downey Jr., a shining example of the rare INFJ personality, a complex yet captivating personality that continues to enthrall us on and off the screen.